one of my favorite cities in the entire world yesterday. That would be Chicago. I love Chicago, everything about it. And I was there, actually, me and my son went out to the Sweet and Snack Expo. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Honey, honey. There were Sour Patch Kids and licorice and chips from all around the world. It was so good. Walked my way through and I was doing a little work. We raised money. The proceeds from the sales of Candy Pop, which is this bag of deliciousness, go to Operation Backpack. It's a program here in New York and across America, but the one in New York is going to be receiving proceeds from the sales, some of the proceeds from the sales of Candy Pop to go to this organization here, Operation Backpack New York, for kids, backpacks, and good stuff inside. Backpacks are always good. Yeah. And this handbag, okay. Have you ever heard of this designer named Johnny Wujek? Okay, well, he's done really cool stuff for Mariah Carey and Katy Perry, fun stuff. And he made me that, yeah, there's Katy. He made me this Birkin bag style Candy Pop. It is cool. It's all Butterfingers all around. So I had a good time. Thank you, Chicago. Shout out to you, DC. I'll see you tonight. Listen, I have a black tie affair. I'll be in a gown. The boy is coming with me. He'll be in a suit. Mario Lopez is hosting. It's all gonna be good. I'll tell you about it when I get back. Anyway, Drake. I thought I was seeing things. You know, I don't watch basketball, but I saw Drake and I thought I saw Drake and I stopped. I stopped for Drake. I like him. He's been called out though for courtside behavior that wasn't so nice to everybody in Milwaukee. So they think. Drake, you know, he's a huge Toronto fan, and currently Toronto and Milwaukee are battling it out for some sort of NBA semifinals or something. And Toronto was winning. Oh wait, no, it's a tie. Right, it's a tie. Drake's been getting really enthusiastic though with his game sides or his courtside seats, and it's pissing the people off in Milwaukee. He gets up, and it's not like he's cool with it. It's not like he's cool with it like Jack Nicholson or Spike Lee, although Spike does get a little happy. But Drake is in, like, when I was switching the channel, the reason why I stopped is because, you know, you stop one time and he's on the court, like hugging the coach and giving massages and hugging players and the mascot and stuff. And people in Milwaukee are saying, well, this is distracting to the game. What is he doing? We're calling foul on Drake. Take his tickets away for, I guess, the remainder of whatever they're doing. My thought is, well, Milwaukee, if you had a giant star, and shout out to everybody in Milwaukee, only an hour and a half from Chicago, I kept seeing the signs. But Milwaukee, I was trying to find out through a Hot Topics Bureau who your biggest star is on their team. You know what I mean? I couldn't, they said it's a fairly new team. Is it fairly new? Oh, well, congratulations on the newness of your team. And it is intrusive what Drake was doing. It is very distracting, but you know what? Isn't that the name of the game when you're trying to win? You always distract your opponent with something. Anyway, what's next? A little sports talk for you. I like Amy Schumer, you know? And she is very upset with some women for mother shaming her. Oh. Well, there are two sides to every story. Amy gave birth just 2 weeks ago, all right? And then women are upset. Yeah, she Instagrammed all that, she and her man and the baby, woo, woo, woo. So, but she hit the stage to do comedy, stand-up, just the other night. So 2 weeks ago, she has the baby, and pretty good snapback. I mean, my goodness. And so her post was simply, I'm back. And she popped into this place. They didn't know that she was coming. I guess she was working out new material because soon she's gonna have a big show and, you know, and do a big tour. So that's what comedians do. They work out their stuff. I gotta tell you, 2 weeks after giving birth, she looks really good and she's not dragging her uterus. Because normally, 2 weeks afterwards, I mean, the doctor tells you 6 weeks, sit down, don't have sex, don't do anything, don't jump, something might fall out. But women were just upset with her, like, this is supposed to be an important bonding time. The baby is 2 weeks old. If you couldn't tell by my delivery, I'm Team Amy. And I'll tell you why. When you decide to have these kids, they come into your world, you don't come into theirs. Yeah, there's a little compromise that has to go on. I love you and stuff. But I've been laying around, eating, gaining weight, my nose spread. I took too much time off from work, and Andrea in the next cubicle always wanted my position. I need to get back. Like, shout out to all the workers who are pregnant. Everybody in your office is not happy for you. They are waiting for you to take that leave of absence so they can go in on your job. True talk. But I was one of those mothers who went back right away, like literally, and Kevin was overcooked by a week. And so I'm just like, come on, jumping. And I was on bed rest, so I wasn't allowed to jump, or my cervix would, and everything would happen. But here's the deal. She lives in New York. This is a New York club. The great thing about New York is there's multiples of everything. And she's not traveling. I guess what she's doing is you might see her tonight, pop up someplace. But she's not traveling with the baby, so there's no ear infection or anything like that, because that's a whole nother level of, oh my gosh, you just gave birth 2 weeks ago, and yeah, your baby's with you, but on the plane, crying and stuff. I don't know. Clap if you think she's doing too much. Oh, well. Then Amy Schumer, carry on. A lot of people have been asking me about Lil Kim recently because, well, we've had some pretty good guests here that you all have really been digging their scene. By the way, shout out to Black China. I got your text when I landed. The first text I saw was her. And I said to him, and he's like, Mommy, what'd she say? And make sure you tell her I said, what's up? Angela's very spiritual, so she's always sending spiritual vibes. As a matter of fact, she loves that word. Hi, Ange. She loves that word, vibes. So she sent something spiritual just as the plane landed safely, like 11 o'clock last night. But thank you, China. Anyway, moving on. So we got, we've been having some guests. You guys have been watching. Thank you so much. I've been teasing you about Lil Kim. She's canceled at least 3 times, but nothing to do with me this time. Sometimes people get mad at me. But not Kim. Here's the deal. So she's got this album that's coming out, but apparently the album is not up to par either by Kim or her record people or whoever's working with her. But she's a perfectionist, like most artists are. So she's tweaking, and she's assuming that you'll be waiting. I know here at Wendy, we have an open invitation for Kim. We've had it. We have no idea when she's coming. Although, Kim, if you're coming on the day of another guest, because it'd be nice if we could either have one long, nice, juicy conversation or a 2-parter, you know what I mean? But if we have another guest booked that day, we have to have that other guest, regardless of who the guest is. It could be a taxi driver, but when you invite somebody to your house, you can't cancel on them because a better guest shows up, even though you might want to. So Kim, stay very, very close with Hot Topics. In the meantime, she has unveiled the album cover. Don't you love that? No. I think she looks really terrific, you know what I'm saying? I like the lighting. She's posing like a boss. I like the shot where it's like an up shot to make a 2-foot tall person she looks really big. And those thighs. Wow, Kim, a lot going on. Anyway, she definitely will have a date as to when the album will be out, and we're gonna be the first people that she gets in contact with. She wants to be good for you. Recently, the late Biggie had his birthday celebration. We talked about it here on Hot Topics. There were celebrations everywhere, including Kim reuniting with Little C's from the Junior Mafia the other night. Yeah, at a Biggie celebration. Who is the man with the beard in the front?
DJ Shortcuts.
Who is DJ Shortcuts?
DJ Shortcuts, I think.
DJ Shortcuts?
Uh-huh.
Where is he? Is he in New York?
I don't know. I guess he was in New York that night.
Do you know who DJ Shortcuts is? He's got the look you want to know better, though, right? A little something. A little something. Hey, shortcuts. Anyway, this is the first time that she's even seen C's since he snitched. Testified. C's, I'm playing with you. I know, I saw you a few weeks ago out. But look, here's what happened. Back in 2005, he testified against Kim at her trial. And he got up at this party. C's, by the way, is 40, looks good considering the hard life that, you live as a rocker. And Kim, the lighting here is everything. I mean, you look, people go in and out. Is she bleaching? Is she not bleaching? A lot of the bleaching stuff, it's the blowout of the lights. I don't know. Clap if she looks normal to you. I mean, the complexion. It's lighter maybe than what it was back in the day, but it's not like, Anyway, back to them. So he was forced, apparently, the feds, and he's doing a speech at the party, and the champagne's flowing, I guess the lobster and stuff. And he's telling everybody at this celebration, for Big, and talks right to Kim. He's like, I've been seeing you in so many years, and I'm sorry, but I had to. They were going to, hem me up, and I get family, and he's got, family and whatnot, and just, so Kim went to jail, but they reunited. Apparently, bygones are bygones, and it's all done. So, C's, why don't you, when Kim comes, right, if by chance we throw her a mic and I hear woof, woof, you gotta go on. Look, somehow you've got to come out and do a Junior Mafia Lil Kim thing. That would be cute, wouldn't it? That would be cute. Very cute. This Nas X thing is really, it's gone viral and it has people very upset, particularly the people at the Wrangler jeans. Well, look, there's Nas X. I know his name doesn't match his look. I know, we've talked about that in my head. It's Lil Nas X. I leave the Lil off just because it's all too complicated, but he's going through something right now, and I'm team him. He and Billy Ray Cyrus have this song. It's called Old Town Road. It's their hit. I've never heard of it before, but I know Nas X because his name is Nas. Anyway, it was #1 for 7 weeks. Everybody is loving this song. But back in March, it kicked off, as a matter of fact. Not only were they loving it, but Billboard country music charts, they kicked him off. Sorry, I was gonna say kicked off like it was a celebration. It wasn't a celebration. As a matter of fact, I smell racism. They kicked him off the top of the country charts for it being not country enough. Now the song, I did listen to it in my office this morning, and it sounds country to me. Billy Ray Cyrus is on it, and Nas X sounds country, and Wrangler Jeans announced that Lil Nas X, their Lil Nas X collection. Wait, is Walmart mad? Is Wrangler mad at them?
No, people are mad at Wrangler.
People are mad at Wrangler because Wrangler is saying it's not country enough, so they're pulling it. These are cool, though.
Billboard said it's not country
Billboard
enough,
says
Wrangler was like, this is a big hit. Let's make a big country.
Okay, so
line
Wrangler
out of
is
this.
team him, and Billboard is not team him. Wrangler, these are really hot jeans. I mean, as Wrangler jeans go. When I was growing up, Wrangler was last, and then it was Lee second, and then it was Levi's first. Remember? People of a particular age. Look at these. Set your summer on fire, right? You need those in your life. And if they have a little bit of stretch, you could get them really, really small. Anyway, country music fans are now boycotting Wrangler, saying things like, what a bunch of sellouts, keep taking cowboy out of country. So the people are boycotting Wrangler for sticking up for Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus' song. I do smell racism. I think that this is a time where Billy Ray Cyrus can jump in and not detriment his career. You know what I mean? Not to be detrimental to his career, because Billy Ray Cyrus, I like Billy Ray Cyrus, he's been here, I like the family and stuff, but he's one of those types of dads and one of those types of performers that does a lot to be in front of us. Like, he clearly loves being a show pony, and there's nothing wrong with that. That means he elected the right career, but Billy Ray, this is, look, you're being talked on Hot Topics. It's about to be a huge protest at Wrangler. People are gonna be talking about this. Jump in, defend Nas X, you know, and Lil Nas X did respond to this saying, y'all really boycotting Wranglers? Is it that deep? Good luck, Lil Nas X. You know, country music, and I like some country music. some country music songs. I like country music people, and I love the food and Nashville. But, you know, when you think of country music, a lot of people, black, white, and whatever color, do immediately think of Overtaken by White, you know, from the DJs on the radio, you know, who at the radio stations, to the country music itself. It's not necessarily right, but it is a thing. You know, you think of the flag, and, you know. Anyway, Lil Nas X bought a Billy Ray Cyrus a very, very nice gift for being by his side during this song and making it the hit with him that he did, a Maserati. Isn't that nice? $150,000. Must be good to just throw a car like that to a friend of yours who collaboed. Nice. I like it. I like it. There is a woman in California who, you have my vote. So she's a mom, and she's banned in California from her child's school because she walked into the child's school and threatened the students. Well, you know what? Even if you're the type of person that would never have the guts to do something like that, you know how you root for somebody even if you don't have the guts to do what they do? Just like, go. Go. I would do this. You know the story? All right, let me explain it to the masses. So she threatened the students for bullying her daughter. And listen to her very closely, and then there's more to the story. Go ahead.
If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way, send your mom to me. Sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll them all up. Do you understand me? Leave my daughter alone. I'm not going to say it again. No messages online. Don't post nothing about her. None of that. None of that. Y'all don't know me. Y'all think y'all bullies? I'm the big bully, okay?
You know what? And if your kid is in this class, of course your reaction would be, who is she? You know what I mean? Even if your kid was one of the bullies, you know, we stick up for our kids through thick and through thin. But if I was a mom in that class and my kid wasn't part of the bullying, I would say, you go. Only cause, and I would call her. I'd find the mom's telephone number if I were a kid's mom in the class. Call up the mom that was doing it, and she was very articulate. She wasn't breaking it down like where you don't want to hear her. She clearly did her research and clearly understands. She was driving her daughter to school one day, and the daughter wanted to get out of the car because she didn't want to go to school. She started crying, crying, crying. Social media, and she has been hammering this little girl at school. And the final straw was when the daughter cried and begged to, please, she didn't want to go to school. And when they got to the school, she wanted to get out prior to getting there. And then when she got there with her mother, she wouldn't get out of the car and she was crying, going crazy. I'll tell you, she says, this is what the daughter says, this will hit you. She says, if she wasn't as strong as she is, she would have killed herself. Her family had no idea that she was going through this kind of bullying. And if I were a parent in the school or in that classroom, I would secretly call the mother and say, you know what, just so that you know, my daughter Jessica is not one of the bullies. My daughter Jessica doesn't really know your daughter, but they're not one of the bullies. But you know what? You go. And if you need anything from me, you got an ally in this, you know? Cheers to you. Hey, listen, we have more great show today. What I love about Mondays, it's all hot. Wait, it's not Monday. What day is it? Oh, Thursday. Same difference. All right, the cat's out of the bag. Look, yesterday's show was taped. I was actually out in Chicago, so that's why I said it was Monday, because it felt... Damn it, man. I almost got away with it. It was taped. Hi, Chicago. Anyway, everybody, it's not Monday, it's Thursday. Up next, we're breaking down the hottest movies of the summer. Makeup's a little bit later on. Grab a snack and come on back.